Nissan aims at innovation that excites people. So I believe Nissan India should bring special cars from its armory that have not yet seen, that are not yet seen by the Indian market, like the GTR, the Leaf. I'm not saying that it should be brought in just for sales. Something like the Magic India Discovery tour by Ferrari, in which the cars traveled throughout the country, and they received reviews by the journalists, and people appreciated the car. Also, an extension to the idea is bringing out limited edition, special editions of cars. Indian market has not seen many special edition cars in comparison to other markets like the Europe. So bringing out special cars would instill a sense of pride, a sense of better car feeling amongst the onlookers and the owners of the cars, and give it a special feel and distinguish from the market.
The only thing is there's no big innovation in all your 4 ideas. So all of the concepts are good and you have thought them through and they are practical for Nissan to use, and there is some basis in reality. You need to be a little more innovative.
The first idea is open track days. By open track days, I'll give you an example. Lamborghini recently conducted an open track day in which they called 45 people across the India who were their prospective buyers, and out of these 45 people, there was a convert of 35%. So 35% of these bought the cars. So I'm thinking the similar lines with the Nissan also, not the performance car, the GTR and the 370, but all the other cars, the sedan, the hatchback, and the other cars. And I did some research, and in the research I found out that JP International Track charges around 5 to 8 lakhs per day for testing the cars. So if we can invest 5 to 8 lakhs per month in the cars, and we can have all the 5 cars at the one place where people could test the cars, and these people will be those people who come into the showroom to test the car. I mean, they come into the showroom, they check all the features, they go for a test drive, but they're not getting the performance out of it. All they're seeing is how the spacious the car is, how wonderful the AC works. They're not getting to test the real thing in the car. So we could do that by bringing them onto the international circuit track. In India, we have a total of 9 tracks, out of which 4 are of international level, like in the Coimbatore, in the Chennai, and in the JP International Track. So bringing them to the track can really boost up the sales.
That's a good idea, but some of the data that you're collecting is wrong, so you should be careful how you collect data.
About the JP track?
About a lot of things. Like, for example, you said there are 9 tracks in India. Please tell me.
So 9 tracks, yes, sir.
Yes.
So I've listed 4 of them here. 9 tracks, only 4 of these are of international standards where racing, MotoGP and F1 can be organized.
There are not even 4. Can you name me 4 tracks?
So both the international circuit, racetrack Pune and Kari
Pune is
Motorsports.
not a track. There's no track in Pune.
Okay, so I'll just check it.
Yeah, so when you say 9 and there are actually 2, that becomes wrong.
So what they call a track is the Bombay-Pune highway.
I'm hoping for the best. See what's happen.
I think there are chances. It depends on the jury.
Sure, I don't know what, 70% chance, something like that.
Probably 50-50.
I don't know, let's see.
The contestants have done their best to win the minds and hearts of the jury. But only the top 10 from this Delhi round will earn the tickets to fly to Mumbai for the grand finale of Nissan Student Brand Manager 2012. While Frost and Sullivan tabulate scores given by the jury, the contestants shared their dreams and fears.
I think from what I had seen, they were being critical of all the ideas that they had seen, but they were fairly critical. They had raised serious doubts about each of the ideas, which could be a problem.
I hope I have satisfied them to some extent.
There was a missing element in my presentation, and that was the execution part, and that should have been worked on.
I got my fact wrong there.
I think I should have included some more car categories in the perception survey.
The comments were really informative. They hit the right path, and whatever I wanted to say, I think somewhere down the line, it was not communicated that well, I believe, after listening to their comment.
With such a big names in jury, I was of course nervous.
So the jury really, helped me connect my ideas with the theory around and as a student, it really helps me. So it will probably help me in future presentations as well.
I hope for the best. Let's see.
Let us hear from the jury about their findings and discoveries after a full day's toil.
So I was very impressed by the standard of the quality of the work. And thinking that went behind it. Of course, as usual, they hadn't done the in-depth studies. They hadn't taken it to its logical conclusion. But as far as innovation, ideas, thinking, originality is concerned, they were superb. They were very good. And the average was very good. It's not that one or two people are good and the rest are bad, but the average is very good.
To me, innovative means finding a way out which has not been found before. So a lot of ideas that I found here is like, this person has done it in that category, this brand has done it in in the US, or somebody has done it in the fashion market, and therefore we can do it like this. So innovative is not an adaptation of an idea into what we are faced with right now. I would like completely scratch from the scratch, something that had not existed before. And then I would wish innovative idea is also something that it would make me think, how can I execute this?
Sometimes when there is method, there is no madness. But when there is madness, sometimes the method is lacking, and the practicality of it all, really you start to question. So then I can imagine the students getting sometimes very confused on what the jury is expecting, because we want a balance of both, right? You want one to back up the other. You can't have either in isolation. So it's a tricky issue, it's a tightrope walk, but I think some students have managed to do it, which is refreshing, which is good, and we hope that they do very well in the Mumbai finals.
Yeah, first I think you'll have to look at his whole presentation. First of all, first step is as he collected the right information, is he basing his theory or his proposal on facts. So many times you find that there's a lot of sort of data which is given to you, or some facts which are said which are completely incorrect. So of course, being students and having 10 days to prepare, it's a little difficult. But you should base your all your theories on actual facts, not on assumptions or guesses or estimations.
And finally, the moment of truth. The top 10 winners from this Delhi regional round are Garvita Kumar, Akshat Srivastav, Krishan Kant Isar, Rishi Kalantre, Abhishek Dabas, Amit Garg, Parth Seth, Saurabh Kothari, Sudagri Jaikar, and the last one to make it through, Debashish Paul. Delhi has raised the bar and set a new benchmark in this competition. Next week, we meet students from the Kolkata regional rounds, and with that, we conclude our 5 regional rounds.